last but not least, Federal 223 grade tip varmint, 50 grain. This stuff is really explosive, especially on prairie dogs. It's good stuff. Grips pretty well too. 13 bucks a box. Be a pretty good shot group. Okay, we have the Remington 700 VTR SS 223. We have a steel pot surplus Czechoslovakian helmet at 200 yards. Our question is, did a 50 grain grade tip varmint go through the helmet? We don't have anything inside the helmet, so I don't believe we'll have a pass-through with this bullet. This bullet's not designed as a fold-out jacket. It's designed on impact to basically disintegrate and break into many pieces. Now, behind our steel helmet, we have a steel prairie dog plate, so you'll be able to hear it if it passes through, which I highly doubt it will. But we'll see. Heard it. Let's go see what happens. Alright, well there it is. The Remington 700 VTR. This one is chambered in 223 Remington. So, you're like, what is up with this triangular barrel? It's odd. Odd barrel. What does that barrel do? Well, let's go over that really quick, because it's one of the most important things about this gun, almost, is that barrel. So this model's been out for a while, and I've always wondered about this barrel. So what does it really do? What does it do for you as a shooter? And does it do what Remington really claims it does, which is cools the barrel down faster and increase accuracy? I would say that in terms of accuracy, it's just as accurate as anything else. Just as accurate as a full barrel or anything like that. The bolt, I'll show you really quick, going over accuracy. So it does have rapid cooling down here on the triangular barrel. I will have to say that 5-shot groups, it does cool down pretty quick. So there's an advantage to that. In terms of accuracy, the Remington is accurate for what it is. It's not, of course, like a, well, I'm not going to go out and say that yet. I think I could get this gun to shoot 1/4 inch if I had the right hand load. So kind of bring in some targets. As you saw on the opening shots, that was Federal Great Tip Varmint. Awesome. So there you go. I mean, look at that group. That could have been ammo, but that's definitely one ammo group all day long, 5 shots. Great Tip Varmint will cost you 13 bucks. Interesting enough, these are actually my own hand loads, and generally out of these Savage 112, they performed very, very excellent. 69 grain Sierra boat tail hollow points. Kind of show you basically what we did here. So these are my hand loads. As you can see, what that means is 0.259 is the COAL, cartridge overall length. So what I did is I took obviously the ones that were the same, let's say 263, and I picked 263, 5 of them. I shot them, and it still resulted in that group. So kudos to Federal by producing mass ammo that I can shoot better in my hand loads. So that's the thing with hand loading, is just a lot of work, a lot of not guessing so much, but trying different loads out. Here's some Hornady Spire Point. So again, that's a little bit larger than one MOA group there. Outback, 69 grain Sierra boat tail. An okay group. I wouldn't say it's the greatest. Definitely obviously the Great Tip does better. And this was, oh, these are my notes. Never mind, these are my notes. So going over the couple features about this gun. The scope that we're using, of course, is this is a Nikon Monarch, and it is the 4-16 by 50 with a Plex reticle on there with Warren rings, and we have this like little camo tape job going on, more for aesthetics purposes. So if you go from the back of this gun, it has of course, recoil pad here. It's smooth. Hogue overmold inserts here on the stock. Has the X-Mark Pro trigger in there. I will get to that later. This gun does come with a bipod. I think it's probably like a Caldwell or something of that sort. Here you have a one-piece 1913 Picatinny rail. It has no MOA cant, so if you guys are like, man, I kind of want a 20 MOA cant, that rail doesn't have it, so sorry. And of course, the barrel, triangular, comes with an integral muzzle brake. And the magazine is a internal box magazine that holds 5 rounds. All of your Remington 700 accessories will go on this gun. So my table's broke. So kind of diving into what I really like about this gun. So the 700 is like the Honda Civic of all bolt action rifles, obviously. So if you're like, I don't like this triangular barrel, you can of course upgrade it to, let's say, a Schillen proof, you name it, any barrel you want to put on there. 700. As it comes out of the factory like this, it's kind of a nice setup, I guess. It's the price of it, MSRP, is about $980, and that's without the scope. Under 1,000. I think they do have this in the 308. We shoot a lot of prairie dogs, but I think the 308 one would be, in my opinion, a little bit better. The thing is about this, if you guys have suppressors, as you can see at the end of this barrel, it's not threaded. So if you're the suppressor lover, I would not recommend this gun, because obviously you cannot put suppressors on it. The barrel on this, speaking of the barrel, twist rate 1 in 9 on that, and I want to say the material, see, we got 416 stainless steel, 22 inch on the barrel. Now the tactical bolt latch is pretty sweet. It's pretty cool. This nice little feature, so you don't have to buy that aftermarket, let's say from Badger Ordnance or anything. It comes with one. Got some cutouts here on that for some grip if you want. the stainless steel does make it aesthetically cool looking, basically. And of course, it's going to prevent a little bit more rust. Obviously, if you're going to leave it out in the rain, it's going to rust anyway, so don't do that. And I do like it comes with the 1913 on there, because obviously a lot of guys are going to mount different things to this. What comes to mind, if this were my gun, it's a loaner, I would probably put a one-piece mount of some sort on this. I know it's a 223, so I don't know if I would go as far as putting like an ADM out on there, but maybe a Burris fast fire on there. That's cheaper. It's 120 bucks for detached. Be able to throw that off. That's just me personally. This does have worn rings on there, which are great. So great rings on that. So going into dislikes about this gun really quick. I hate the trigger, and I'm going to kind of tell you why. So it is an adjustable trigger here. It's just, I try to adjust it, and it's not great. So we need to kind of mess with that a little bit more. But the thing is, it doesn't break really smoothly, honestly. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I think one of the first things maybe to do on this gun is to take that trigger out and replace it. So a lot of guys will say, hey, the first thing to improve accuracy of the trigger. I agree 100%. I think that if you look at the shot group, it's possible that that round was me, shooter error. Very possible. This trigger, gotta stay on it. Like, after your shot goes, of course you're flying through with your target, you're still looking at your target. This trigger seems like you really have to stay on it. And I think an upgrade really needs to be done with this trigger. So that goes back into, well, 980 bucks. Well, how much gun do you really get for 980 bucks? I don't know. That trigger, I'm glad it's adjustable, so keep messing around with it to make it lighter for sure. The triangular barrel, to me, I think this is my whole question about this gun, is it just doesn't, to me, improve any accuracy at all. I think it's the same as a bull barrel fluted, so I think it looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think, well, I don't think, I know it does cool down way faster than a bull barrel, so that is a positive about that. But it's a Remington. I mean, you guys could stick of course, the Magpul stock on here. You could do detachable box mags, replace that floor plate, and it's Remington 700 all around. And like I said, if you have suppressors, it's not going to be the gun for you. You can't. It just doesn't have anything. You can't thread it. So it's very one-dimensional that way. And so that's kind of a downside to me, because I do run suppressors. I like running suppressors. So really, overall with the gun, it's a pretty good gun. I mean, it really is. It shoots well for cheaper ammo, so you don't really have to worry about that. And you get all the accessories on it. 980 bucks, a bipod and everything, so less the scope, of course. But yeah, for a bolt action gun, for all the other guns that we've kind of compared it to, it's been good. It's been a good gun. So I think if you look at, I'll have to throw a link down to my Thompson Center video. Very impressive gun, and the Howa 1500 too. So if you're in the market, the Howa is really good. It has a bull barrel on there, and it's a lot cheaper than this gun. So definitely check those videos out. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna wrap it up there, and we'll keep bringing you different videos as always. Thanks for watching.